How does it sound when a new peak is about to come? I have a feeling the mayor's idea has you pumped up, but what if I told you there was a chance to make your expectations 3 times higher? A new finding suggests that this may be more than just a pipe dream. The Shiba Inu's value would surge. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what this is or why we should be enthusiastic about it. Give me a moment to explain. More than 17 trillion Shiba Inu tokens have changed hands in the past 7 days, drawing in a lot of attention because of the dramatic spike in volatility. This enormous shift is like a tidal wave in the realm of cryptocurrencies. To give you an idea of scale, it would be foolish to ignore this deal, since 17 trillion tokens constitute a substantial portion of the Shiba Inu supply in circulation. Such a large token transfer usually causes a spike. Many are hoping that a bullish trend is about to begin since on-chain activity has surged to this level. A large volume of cryptocurrency transfers in a short time frame is often an indication of major activity occurring behind the scenes. The market's mood could shift, or big holders or whales' planned maneuvers could be to blame. There has been a lot of recent volatility in the Shiba Inu price, using graphs that reveal the levels of support and resistance being tested on a regular basis. A trend may be on the horizon in the next week according to this pattern, it seems. The Shiba Inu is currently in a consolidation phase, building momentum before making a major move. When people act in this way, they give the idea that something big is going to happen. It's as if you're in the eyewitness seat of a major impending event, like the calm before a storm. Imagine you are at the shore, watching the waves grow bigger and more frequent. There will be a massive wave, and you just don't know when or how strong it will be. A fascinating event has occurred despite Shiba Inu's valuation of 17 trillion, which is in line with how investors are feeling and preparing for the company's next big move. The fact that token prices don't reflect trading activity despite token movement over the last week is perplexing to many. During that same time, the price of Shiba Inu fell by 7%. There ought to be a noticeable impact on the price of tokens whenever there is this much activity, particularly when trade volumes are high. Many investors are perplexed by the 7% drop instead of a rise or major change because prices usually move more dramatically. Because of this, many are curious about the inner workings. And they question whether big players are making a strategic move with this massive movement or whether there are other less obvious causes at work. Upon seeing the tide rise, onlookers braced themselves for a large wave to crash upon the coast. However, the water abruptly subsided, leaving them to speculate about what could come next. This sudden decline in price could have been caused, in part, by the increasing nastiness surrounding the Shiba Inu development team. Remember how they used to launch a bunch of projects? Well, now that we haven't heard anything new from the team in a while, people are starting to lose hope and faith. This happens because confidence and trust are extremely important in the cryptocurrency industry. From a moral perspective, it is understandable that individuals might feel this way. After all, they have put their money into the project with the expectation of future developments, and when such developments either never come or aren't announced, it feels like a promise broken. Concern and a lack of confidence in their ability to deliver on commitments arise among investors in the absence of regular updates and reports on development. They may sell all of their tokens out of fear, which would bring the price crashing. Trust can only be maintained if the development team is open and communicative. In their absence, unflattering rumors and reports can circulate rapidly, undermining the credibility and worth of the pros even more. The Shiba Inu Metaverse project was among several that sparked animosity and debate. Lucy last gave the community a major update on the project in March of 2024, when she showed them a preview of its progress. There have been few project updates since then, raising suspicions that the teams may have forgotten about the Metaverse project. The issue was tweeted about today by Lucy, who is the head of marketing for Shiba Inu. It becomes more of a problem the less information is disclosed. It makes perfect sense to keep details about the Metaverse initiative under wraps for the time being, since the next disclosure will have a greater impact if revealed at this point. The group hopes that by keeping things under wraps, they can set higher expectations and maximize the impact of any new material they do reveal. It's a common tactic to use in order to make the last announcement feel more significant than just another update by building tension and expectation. Lucy wrapped up her tweet with the phrase "nothing is forgotten," suggesting that the group is still hard at work on the Shiba Inu project even though they haven't said anything new publicly. This would reassure supporters and investors in the metaverse who have been worried about the project's future. The team's strategic planning of their next move and restoration of confidence are both demonstrated by this development. To add insult to injury, Lucy has taken to the defunct social media site on multiple occasions to warn her fellow Shiba Inu owners about the dangers of misinformation regarding the breed and its advantages. Reestablishing rapport and rekindling enthusiasm for the project are two benefits of this type of dialogue. Despite the developer team's belligerent strategy being suggested in their tweets, Lucy proposes a pleasant and tranquil option. The Shiba Inu army all around the globe receives guidance from Lucy on how to handle erroneous information and individuals who assault Shiba Inus. Personally, I just ignore them and let them be. That's how she explained her approach. Her words of wisdom urge the group to ignore pessimism and keep moving forward toward their objectives, encouraging a constructive and hopeful perspective. Just do nothing and leave the FUDs be is her straightforward advice. It would appear that this tactic was successful. The Shiba Inu price has stayed the same over the past day, and the hate speech has ceased. We really need this stability right now, and it seems like the community's positive attitude and tenacity have helped create it for Shiba Inu. Mozilla Firefox lay boomel. According to a Bitcoin investor and Forbes 40 under 40 hopeful, Shiba Inus could break the 30-year mark if past trends continue. Based on LJ Boom's market standing and nomination for Forbes 40 under 40, this projection suggests that the price of Shiba Inus might potentially triple from its previous all-time high. This is an outstanding prediction. This price estimate takes on an interesting new slant thanks to his perspective. Since a well-known personality in the cryptocurrency industry provided the insight, the lab experiences a boom. His research can be very useful for traders and investors who are considering Shiba Inu as a potential investment. In making this claim, Lab Booms used data from his chart showing a pattern in the price of Shiba Inu, a cryptocurrency asset with a K9 motif, over the course of a week. It took 94 weeks or 658 days for the Shiba Inu to finally break through this barrier. But in March of this year, it finally succeeded, surging 374 points to achieve its annually high. LJ Boom is predicting that Shiba Inu will have another price increase similar to the one it achieved in May 2021. He predicts that Shiba Inu's market valuation will reach $41 billion, a growth of 1 to 4% at the peak of this cycle. That is important to keep in mind as bearish, but it is also pretty reasonable considering the prior all-time high was at $92 billion. Some speculate that Lab Boom's remarkable crypto forecasts are to blame for the Shiba Inu's inability to cross the 403 region since April. Trader Emily claims that market participants who no longer believe in Shiba Inus are naive. What are your thoughts on this? Post your opinions in the space provided. With this, the film comes to an end. Any of the videos up there can be clicked to. See more content? Your thoughts would be greatly appreciated. If you enjoy the video, please hit that like button and don't forget to hit the comment button so I can receive some bonus points from YouTube. By forwarding this story to as many people as possible, you can also aid in its dissemination.